So today I've got a bad news for you. So if you are one of the developer that uses Axios package in your application, you have to pay attention. Yes, I'm talking about the same Axios package that is hugely popular. So just take a look at this. More than 100 million weekly downloads. So I know a lot of people actually prefers Axios over the native fetch function in their project. So what's going on with this? So today there was briefly published two compromised version of Axios. The malicious versions are 1.14.1 and 0.30.4. So what exactly happened? So attacker hijacked the npm maintainer account of Axios. Affected version, you take a look, is 1.14.1 and 0.30.4. What attacker did is they add a fake dependency and it's called plain crypto.js 4.2.1. Okay. And Axios doesn't need this. So when you run npm install on that project, so for an example, if you have a new developer, you're onboarding and they're just downloading your application from GitHub to their local machine. And at first they just run npm install and this malicious dependency gets installed on your computer. So payload, cross-platform RAT. So it's actually platform specific. It works differently in macOS and Windows and Linux to blend in more. And we're going to talk about that in a bit. The published is 1.14.1 and 0.34. Any other version are safe. So what exactly happened here? What we know is the attacker did not modify any Axios sources files directly. Instead, they added a pre-staged malicious dependency, which is plain crypto.js 4.2.0, to the package.json of the new Axios release. The plain crypto.js package itself was purpose-built for this attack. The earlier clean version 4.2.0 had been published 18 hours prior, likely to give it a brief history on the registry. Version 4.2.0 contained the malicious payload. Take a look at this. When a developer or a CI system runs, so you have to pay attention, not only a developer that may be onboarding or someone just running an npm install on this particular version. If you have a CI CD pipeline set up with GitHub, you have to make sure that they don't run the post install, they don't run the npm install and actually go ahead and install the version. That would compromise your entire application. Okay, so npm resolves the dependency tree, pulls plain crypto.js, and automatically run the post installed hook node setup.js. That single script execution is where the compromise begins. So they have a setup.js. Now take a look at this. This is crazy. So after execution, the malware erases its own tracks. So it deletes setup.js, removes the package.json that contained the post install hook, and replace it with a clean package.md, renamed to package.json. So if you inspect node module plain crypto.js after the fact, you would find no obvious signs of a post-install script ever having been there. So this is evil work right here. You can't even track back whether your application were indeed compromised or not. And to complicate further, we have platform-specific payloads. So for Mac OS, an Apple script downloads a binary to like this location, deliberately spoofing an Apple background daemon naming convention to blend in. So they made it their payload to look like and blend in for each operating system. So if it's a Mac, Windows, or Linux, it doesn't really matter. So there are additional compromised packages. Two other packages were observed shipping the malicious plain crypto.js dependency are going to be this one, QQ browser, OpenClaw, there's Shed an Eye, OpenClaw. So keep an eye for those two things. And let's take a look who is actually at risk. So anybody who is running CI/CD pipelines that do not pin dependency versions and run npm install on a schedule or on commit, especially those that run overnight or in the early morning UTC. Okay, so you don't really have, so if you have those caret sign that automatically updates, then it's not a pin dependency. You have to specifically make sure that the version that you installed or you mentioned in your package.json, those are the one that gets installed, which is outside of the affected version, right? Developers who run npm install or npm update in that window and happen to pull the affected version projects depending on QQ browser, OpenClaw QBot, or Shad9 OpenClaw, whose exposure does not depend on the window. So if your log file, package log.json, or yarn.log was committed before the malicious version were published and your install did not update it, you are not affected. Log files are your first line of defense here. The malicious version have been removed from the npm registry. However, anyone who installed them during that window should assume a full system compromise. The RAT was live, beaconing, and capable of executing arbitrary follow on payloads. So you gotta do some digging here. In that timeline, if anyone ran npm install or your CI/CD run, you gotta check. Okay, you can do a few things. This article link will be given in the description. Just take a look at this. You can basically see like Axios dot package log JSON. Okay, and then take a look if there's anything npm list plain crypto.js if it's in your package. Those are the things you can do to check whether your application has been compromised or not. Sorry to bear you this bad news this morning, but this is really important. And I'll give all the information from this article in the description, and hopefully you will be able to mitigate this issue if you're affected. Have a good one, guys.